our fish room in here, we've been preparing it for the last a couple of months, really since the beginning of school in August. So the students have put together a recirculating aquaculture system with a 2-tank system. So they plumbed it all together. We've got water flowing into it. Our aeration is good. So we've been kind of monitoring for the last couple of months, letting our bacteria kind of adjust itself and that kind of thing. And today we are finally putting our channel catfish in there. So we were able to go up to a hatchery over in Newberry called Fish Band Farms, where Mr. Derek donated our fish to us. So we went up there and grabbed those today, took a tour of his place, and now we're putting our fish into our tanks here. We have about 60 fish in each tank, and hopefully we'll grow them to about a pound each for a fish fry in the springtime. So that's kind of our plan going forward. We'll feed them a variety of different size pellets for the next few months. As they grow larger, we'll feed them more and bigger size feed pellets. You kind of got a array of different things, whereas pH, the dissolved oxygen, water levels, temperature, and all those fun things. As we go into the wintertime, temperature will be a big issue that we'll be able to kind of monitor and adjust, hopefully warm the inside of our room up in here, keep the catfish growing pretty steadily. So we have a couple students that are going to make it their SAE project, and so they'll be able to really dive in and kind of make it their own project, monitor the fish, be able to step in where the class may not, give some extra care to them, and that kind of thing. So we're looking forward to kind of growing them, raising them, and learning as we go.
So my role in this project is being one of the people in our class that's doing SAE. I've kind of had to take more of a prominent role in things. So most of the construction of the aquaculture room itself was done by me and the other person doing the SAE. Some of the plumbing, some of the carpentry, moving pieces of equipment that we're going to be using. In the early stages, that was my role, and then now as we're moving on forward, I'll have to take more responsibility of the feeding, checking temperatures of water, making sure aeration is being completed properly, make sure pH is good, and just the overall health of the fish. So as far as feeding goes, it's just 2 times a day. As they grow, they need more food, just like any other animal. They're just like any other piece of livestock that would be on a farm. Water temperature is just simple as checking thermometers and making sure that and using underwater heating systems to make sure that if the water is too cold, that we heat the water for the fish, and if it's too hot, then we remove the heating system and allow the water to cool down. With aeration, we have 2 different aeration systems, and the aeration systems are able to be adjusted on the equipment, and for certain fish need certain amounts of air. As for instance with our channel catfish, they do not need the same amount of oxygen, such as like a rainbow trout or something like that needs a lot of oxygen in the water. So so that will just be making sure there's not too much oxygen in the water, and then pH would be just doing standard consistent pH test on the water to make sure that it's in the optimum range for our fish species. So I
think it's really cool because we're able to encompass chemistry, biology, history, and all those different subjects into one class. So we've been able to tie in with Ms. Glace, our chemistry teacher, and do some fun testing, water quality testing, as well as tie in with our biology teacher, Ms. Banks, and do kind of some of the fish anatomy and fish health, and then also looking at the fish history of aquaculture in the United States as well as the world. So it's a really cool class because it does encompass a variety of subjects, and then you have the hands-on portion of it with the actual fish, kind of learn how that goes into it, and then if students are interested, they kind of can go into fisheries biology and marine science, that kind of thing, and be able to learn even more. So I think it's just a good exposure to our students to be able to see a different world of environmental and natural resources kind of meshing together.